Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. This is The Real Living in Denver, Colorado. We're going to get to that a little bit later. But for now, we got a super fun one for you guys today. Luxury Homes, Parker, Colorado.
Let's do it, guys. What's up, guys? We are the Mile High Property Brothers, the one and only Mile High Property Brothers. I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time visiting our channel, The Real Living in Denver, Colorado, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because we come out with new videos every Tuesday, every Thursday, and we tell you everything there is to know about moving to or living in the Denver, Colorado area.
100%. And guys, as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you with your real estate needs. So that number below, call it, text it. We are the guys who answer the phone calls. We are the guys who respond to the text messages and that email as well. We are the guys who respond to your email. So if there are specific questions or needs that you guys have, we would love to help you guys out. But without further ado, we're going to get right into it. A little bit more specifically, we'll let him kind of start off, but we're going to be looking at some luxury homes in Parker, Colorado today. And I think this will be something that we kind of dive into as well in some other areas we've been to. We're starting to get a couple of more questions out in those areas. The Highlands Ranch, what is backcountry? We've talked about backcountry before. Certain parts of Southeast Aurora, obviously some places in Parker, some really cool spots in Cherry Creek North and other spots of Denver, Washington Park. So I think we're going to start giving you guys a little bit more information on the luxury side in addition to everything else that we've done as well. And we'll do our best to just keep that consistent straight across the board. It won't just be luxury. It'll be everything in between as well. But this one, super fun. Luxury, always a good time. Some interesting facts that you guys will find out in this video. But without further ado, we're going to let this luxurious guy get to it.
All right, so to kick it off, guys, the neighborhood that Will is specifically referring to is called Pradera. Not Panera, Pradera.
Panera bread, phenomenal. You can find Panera bread in probably every city in Colorado. There's probably some better places, but a great go-to that you can always find on a corner of somewhere. Pretty good.
Half sandwich, half soup, $9. Can't
Panera.
beat it. However, ask for extra turkey. They're always slacking.
Half sandwich, half soup. We're in Pradera, so it's going to be half stone, half stucco.
Pradera, yep.
Expensive homes.
So in Pradera, guys, where it's going to sit on the very, very south side of Parker, just before you hit Franktown, which is a small, little-known town just south of Parker. So Pradera is pretty much the southernmost town that you can get while still staying in Parker.
Right.
Now, one of the best things about Pradera, guys, is you are still very close in proximity to Castle Rock. You're less than 20 minutes from Castle Rock. You're still in Parker, though, and despite being, kind of on the outskirts of town, you're still very, very close to major grocery stores, shopping, dining, stuff like that.
Yeah, you're not too far away from Southeast Aurora. That's got a great Southlands Mall, which is like an outdoor mall experience, phenomenal. And specifically as far as county-wise, you guys are resting inside of Douglas County. Douglas County School District, phenomenal. I know we talk about this every single time, whether it's a pro and con or a different type of video. Anytime we have an opportunity to talk about school districts and how well they are, and depending on where you're moving, how well they are to where you're moving, super important. Not only for folks that have kids, we have kids, so it's super important to us, but even if you don't, and you're looking at resale down the road, the more things you can stack in your favor on a resale, the better, one of those being school district.
first thing you're going to notice about Pradera is that it is in a golf community. If you're looking at the drone footage right now, Pradera is known for its golfing. But, you know, what I would say is don't let that fool you. It's not this old, retired, you know, everyone there goes there and they're 60 and up. It's one of those, like, what do they call it? Senior living communities.
No.
It's not, or what do they call it? Active adults.
I don't know why he touches me and says, what do they call it? Like,
sorry.
I'm a year older than this guy. He's like, oh, what do they call it? Do I look like a golfer, you guys? I'm not a golfer. Secondly, golf's pretty popular nowadays. You have a lot of active folks in their 30s and 20s and teens that play golf, but more importantly, where Pradera rests, it's literally just across the street from Ponderosa High School, so you do have a lot of elementary, middle school, and high school kids. Ponderosa High School specifically, super competitive with sports, great sports organization, so some things to think of there, but you definitely have that family vibe.
Yeah.
It's not this place that's just off on its own, that's only by a golf course. You've got some really cool stuff inside of it, and yes, super family friendly.
Yeah, and they're doing family events there all the time. They're doing Easter egg hunts, they're doing movie nights, you know, pretty much anything you can imagine to take the family to. The golf club is very, very good about holding events to get the families all together. So I would say it's got a really good sense of community. And then tying into that sense of community, all the houses are going to have a very, very similar style. If you're looking at some of the scenery right now, you're going to see a lot of bluffs, a lot of foothill type things, a lot of like mountainous hills. I don't want to call them mountains, mountainous hills, I'll call them, amongst the golf course. So it feels like you're in Colorado when you're in Pradera, which is kind of cool. And then Will said all the houses have the double S, right?
Yeah, a lot of stone, a lot of stucco. The homes still have different layouts, so it's not like you're going into a cookie cutter environment. These homes are extremely expensive, extremely well done. You do have different floor plans, but as far as like the uniformity of that area, you do have a lot of stonework combined with some stucco, just to give that overall feel of what that area looks like, in addition to how the clubhouse looks like. So everything is different, but still uniform, and it definitely gives a great feel as far as like the views and just that overall Colorado feel that they're trying to present. Another thing that breaks it up a little bit for you is these lots tend to be pretty big. You've got a lot of land out there for yourself, so things are spread out. So it's not a typical neighborhood that looks super cookie cutter and everybody's uniform, as in covered and aligned in lot and blocked. I don't mean it in that sense. So you definitely have some space to stretch out and have some of your privacy. But that mission of wanting to keep everything looking and feeling the same was definitely accomplished while still having some individuality with your home.
Yeah, guys, you're going to find a lot of nature down there. There are a lot of wild animals, a lot of deer, a lot of coyotes, things like that. Again, golfers, yeah, those animals. Being on the south side of Parker, guys, again, you are on the outskirts, which means there's nature around you. So if you do have some itty bitty dogs, you're probably not going to leave them out a long time at night.
Yeah,
coyotes will snatch them right up.
Yeah, coyotes are devious. You got to be careful with coyotes. More importantly, a lot of these homes, you do have a lot of land, but a lot of these homes do not come with fences. More than okay to have a fence. We'll get into like HOA guidelines and like what types of fence you can have. If you guys have more questions on this area, obviously we'd love to help you out with it. But something as far as expenditures of what you might have going into a home, you might have to throw a couple grand down as far as getting the fence that you want built if that home does not come with them. We did see a couple that did have them, but a lot of them, maybe they just don't have animals as homeowners. But a lot of them did not have fences. So expect possibly making a fence for yourself.
Diving into the golf membership a little bit, just doing a little bit of research on our own, it does cost about $31,000 to apply for a membership, and then there's about $400 a month reoccurring membership fee.
Right.
Now, if you're a resident, you do get a membership to the clubhouse. You just don't get the golf membership. So just being a resident, you'll still get to do all the family stuff.
Bummer.
So, well, and the good thing is if you're not into golfing, you can still go there and enjoy all the family amenities without having to pay the golf club price.
100%. And all jokes aside, as far as like golf, there's plenty of things that they offer there in addition to the golf. If that's your thing, more than fun, especially like the views that you do have out there. I'm not the biggest golf guy. It's not really my thing. I'm not against it. But when you're out there in that type of landscape with the views that you have, it's kind of fun sometimes to just maybe do something that's slightly active but a little bit leisurely. Have a couple of drinks if you like. But the views and just the atmospherics out there, a lot of fun, super relaxing. So I can definitely understand why people enjoy that.
Oh, yeah. And depending on where you're sitting, You on a clear day, you'll have a clear view of Pikes Peak. A lot of people don't realize Pikes Peak is all the way down in Colorado Springs. However, on the southern end of Colorado, if you've got a good lot with no neighbors sitting behind you, sit up a little higher.
Yeah.
I mean, we had crystal clear view of Pikes Peak today. So a lot of people that are moving here, they do want the Colorado feel. They want good mountain views. They want to feel like they're living in nature without having to live up in the mountains. Pradera is an excellent choice if that's something that you're looking for. Kind of similar to Talon's Reach and Aurora.
Yeah, Talon's Reach is phenomenal. And guys, understand this too, right? Like if this is a little bit out of your price range or if it's just not the location that you want, that's okay. The number one thing I try to point out to people is these are the Rocky Mountains. So they're not going anywhere. You can pretty much see them from everywhere when you're in Colorado, or if you're at least in the Denver metro area. You know, like Southeast Aurora has phenomenal views, and Southeast Aurora is about an hour and a half from the mountains, but it's still a huge view. They're enormous. So if you haven't been here, they're definitely great views. Proximity to where you want to be, or the style of like landscape you want in your immediate area around your house in addition to the views, different, obviously subjective to what you might like. But if you're liking Pradera, there's definitely some other places we can point in your direction if you just want a little bit more variety instead of just looking here. If there's a couple of other things that you might want to be open to, Sterling Ranch is a great one. There's some spots in Littleton. Backcountry and Highlands Ranch has some phenomenal views. But there's definitely some things in addition to Pradera that might be worth your time. Take a look at.
Yeah, and we'll mention home price. The median home price in Pradera is about $1.2 million. Again, that's median, so they're not all going to be there, but that just goes to show you how much higher there are than 1.2 there.
Right.
And also some a little bit lower. You're not going to find lower than about 800 in Pradera.
A couple things to think about too when we're going over averages or medians. You don't have a lot of townhomes or anything like that in Pradera. So when we're going over like that median house price, that wheelhouse that Eli's talking about the, you know, that 800, 850 to $1 million, maybe just over $1 million, really the heart of everything that's there. But what's really cool, because you are in the outskirts, even though you've got the golf club and and things like that, the country club, you're still on the outskirts. You're a little bit further away from Denver. So bang for buck on size of house and size of lot that you get for that price, extraordinary.
Yeah, it's a really good point. And we've got a video coming out following this one. This one, we wanted to give you an overview of what Pradera looks like as a whole. Our next video we're going to be coming out with is going to be a vlog tour where we're going to be a little more boots on the ground, walking around, have a little more footage of the houses, inside the clubhouse and the golf course and things like that. We're going to let some of the snow melt off a little bit and then go check it out for you guys. So definitely stay tuned for that.
Yeah, just to give you some context and just that real feel of what everything looks like. And we do our best to do that, guys. We don't want to use still photography or stock photos from the internet. Everything that you guys see is all organic to our own content. We own the rights to it. We're the ones out there doing everything to absorb all that content for you. And it's custom to what we're speaking to. So if people are doing less than that, I wonder what they look like on a transaction. They're actually helping you buy a home. So completely different story. Something to think about. Food for thought. But for now, that's about all we got for you guys today. The number popping up. Again, we would love to help you guys with your real estate needs just as much as we love making these videos for you. So the number below, the email below, we are the guys who respond. We'd love to help you guys out as soon as possible. So with that being said, we'll see you next time back out here in Pradera for a different topic.
We will. This has been The Real Living in Denver, Colorado with the real Mile High Property Brothers, Will and Eli. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that button down below, hit the notification bell. And then again, we love hearing from you guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the support. We appreciate every single one of you.
Yeah, super appreciate the support. We've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of interactions in the comments on the videos from all of you that have been watching. We've had a lot of fun helping people buy their homes here. The culture and just the following that we've had on this has been extraordinary. We do, all jokes aside, we do love it helping you guys, and we super appreciate your guys' faith and trust in us and our content. So until next time, in the next video, we'll see you soon.
See you guys.